Fuck. Oh, I forgot about my model again. It's so weird. You need to always turn this freaking thing on. There you go. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I think I've slowed down a lot when it comes to this freaking thing. And I kind of what do you call this? Uh, having troubles. Having troubles when it comes to whatever connectivity. I'm supposed to update a lot of the freaking videos, but I can't seem to send videos now into the PC, which is kind of weird because I have stuff, you know. Mm. Mm. We're going Miss Marvel with the Notion ready to go. Ready, set, ready to go. Uh, okay. And we are ready. And let's get it. Let's just add some little bit of background music. Let's go with what do you call this? What's a good background music to be able to talk about Miss Marvel? Jimmy Kim went to the Philippines to just oh my freaking god, that's crazy. I never go there. Uh, um, do 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 do. All right, let's go with bass groove. All right, Miss Marvel. Ah. Talking about Miss Marvel tonight. What are the things that I like about Miss Marvel? I like Bruno. I like Bruno. Bruno is nice. There are things about Bruno that were like, what the fuck? Things I like when it comes to the story. It was pretty decent actually. Anything new when it comes to the VFX, VFX when it comes to the background animations, CGI. There. Okay, let me zoom in like that. Things I like. Hardlight looks great. It looks fantastic. Hardlight looks fantastic. Uh, Damn, that groove is just. Yeah, let me tone it down a little bit. It might be taking too much of the volume of everything else. Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. Hi. Um. Think anything else that I like when it comes to Miss Marvel? The what's it like to be 16? What's it like to be 16? I uh anything more when it comes to it. I get to learn more about Pakistan. Diversification. Diversification. Uh, that would be crazy. That's insane. The way people that like talk about like things like that. Diversification and anything else when it comes to it. In old Disney fashion, what is it that Disney has been doing right so far? Mm. You know what? I didn't expect much. Bon Jovi, nice. Bon Jovi for episode freaking 2. Was it episode 2? Or was that the wedding? Episode 3. I think it was episode 3. Episode 3 was the wedding. Uh, I've watched a lot of things before that because like after that I watched a lot of freaking things. I should have like taken some freaking notes and be able to like say, oh, this one I like. I like this one too. Anything more? Haram Kamran. Kamran. Haram Kamran. 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 Haram Kamran. Right. I don't know a lot about the Arabic freaking culture, which is kind of like weird. But like as an outsider looking into it and what it means to be all of those freaking things, it's just you know, as an outsider looking into what they represent and into Miss Marvel, there isn't like there isn't much to critique. It's like really nice because there isn't much to critique because it's good. It's good. What did I enjoy most about it? It's um power scaling. It's very much on the like it doesn't wanna like be something crazy as freaking things that would like freaking happen. Not like it's well contained. The calamity is well contained. Calamity is well contained. It doesn't like draw too much freaking attention towards it that it's be like that whatever freaking happened in here would like cause so much of a disruption to whatever the main timeline is or to the movies that we're gonna watch, right? But it's like good enough to be able to like say that this is a good addition to whatever it is that we're watching when it comes to a bunch of freaking Marvel stuff and like watching the TV show be able to be like this and be able to watch the show and be able to like say, hey, it's kind of good. But it's like well contained. It's, the calamities, the story is well contained, right? Calamity story. Anything further to be able to like explain myself more later, much more. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. That's pretty much about it, man. Um. Okay. Oof. Okay. Anything else? Oh, that's about it. And, Zoe, even though she's just there for the last episode, especially her brother. What do you call it? What? It's really good. Mutants. Oh, mutants! Oh my freaking god. Mutants. It's like a mutation. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay. When it comes to VFX, the background animation, one's like to be 16. Okay. Number one, Bruno, best freaking character ever as a support or man in a freaking chair. And as a man being a supporting character towards a powerful or like somebody who has freaking powers or an enhanced individual, which is like a freaking woman. It's really, really freaking good to be able to see that kind of dynamic that doesn't discount the person's ability as a, yeah, that doesn't emasculate a man to be able to say that this girl is freaking powerful in ways like that. It doesn't do preachy. It doesn't like it isn't very preachy when it comes to those kinds of freaking messaging. It's very subtle, but it is freaking there, and you get to be able to see it to freaking Bruno, and it's nice to be able to like see things like that. It's just freaking a human freaking experience to whatever it is that you experience to whatever to what freaking comes. Sometimes you are the supporting character, sometimes you are the main freaking character. But when you are freaking supporting doesn't mean that you are discounted or like something else. It's just that we all have our freaking weaknesses and our freaking strengths, and we play to those, right? We play to our freaking strengths, and we push towards the person's freaking strengths. We support them. We're able to like do all those freaking things when it comes to this freaking aspect. So it's kind of nice to be able to like see that from freaking Bruno, and Bruno as a freaking character. And I like that freaking. I like that dynamic between Bruno and Kamala, which is kind of nice. Disney has a thing for freaking Brunos, man. Like so many. Silencio, Bruno. Silencio, Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Bruno again. Like they have like something when it comes to Bruno. Like all they need to do is just hop in Bruno Mars for like one of their freaking like I haven't heard a Bruno Mars song in the Marvel freaking movie yet, so I don't know. I just might be able to like finally be able to like watch something like that. Yeah, Bruno is kind of nice. I like him. I like him. I like him as a freaking dude, and I like him as the guy of the freaking chair, and he's really really good. Like Kamran. Kamran is like nice, and then we also have the Red Dagger freaking guy. So I don't know. There's the men in their freaking life are just freaking crazy like that, right? So what it's like to be 16. It's like to be 16 is to be experiencing those kinds of emotions for the very first freaking time and not being able to do or understand what these feelings are, but acting on it. You're acting on it because you're attracted to these freaking people. You're attracted in a ways that you don't even understand because somebody else written it for you and be able to like say to establish a lot of freaking things. Right? What's it like to be 16? What is it like to be 16? Worrying about what your parents, being embarrassed by what your parents do for you sometimes. Uh, getting being having their permission when able to like be able to go to freaking fancy places and having those kinds of freaking relations when it comes to this all about the approval of the freaking family or whatever it is, like growing into what it is to be able to live in a family where everybody knows everything. Where everybody knows everything and be able to like say all those freaking things, which is kind of like a fucking gag, but it is there and it's kind of freaking funny sometimes. It's nice to be able to like see that when it comes to Kamala Khan and the different kind of freaking household. What's it like growing to be a 16 Pakistani and Muslim and a Pakistani and to be Pakistani in freaking America, they show a freaking picture of it, and it feels like it does look like that, right? It's there are like gags and fun stuff about it. What more do we able to say about it? It wasn't very. Again, it is like there are like fucking parts where they discuss things about it, but it isn't like freaking preaching to the fucking thing that we are oppressed and we must be the people on freaking top because we are the freaking oppressed. Like it doesn't say that just because we are oppressed, we have a right to be able to like be able to do this or do that or to be able to wrong these freaking kind of people who are oppressing us. It doesn't mean able to say that those are the freaking options too, right? It doesn't even like show that those are freaking options for the people who are being oppressed and be able to like say these kinds of things. It's all a matter of being coexisting and like showing in it comes to showing up when it comes to a living in this freaking world that it is Marvel freaking world, be able to like say those kinds of freaking things. What am I saying? That they don't. It wasn't preachy that those kinds of things, right? It wasn't like preachy in the wrong freaking kinds of ways. Because sometimes when it comes to people being like that, they somehow be able to like when it comes to earning freaking powers, it doesn't mean you have to freaking earn them and learn them, and that's like a great freaking way to be able to like show this when it comes to her. And it's not just because she is a freaking woman that she's be able to become strong and all those freaking things, which Captain Marvel should be able to like take a page from. How they were able to establish that we all work hard for our freaking powers and all those freaking things, and it wasn't just given to us and it's not because it's given to us or sometimes it does feel freaking innate, but that doesn't mean that we don't like you do not work hard for like things that you'll be able to like get in your way. And I like this. I like freaking Miss Marvel and the way they were able to like do this when it comes to their freaking messaging of diversification and the way they understand this freaking story and the way they were able to like show these kinds of freaking characters, right? That has been our problem all the freaking time now because like the problem with like diversification or trying to add a diversified freaking cast or add diversification to your freaking things, they sometimes feel like you have to be able to like they're showing things like that, right? When it comes to like additions like that, they're showing things the characters or how the story that they were able to make making should be like freaking good at the freaking first one. And one of those where and one of those freaking things is that it's not just because a person is like this or a person is like that doesn't equally make them a good freaking person. It's just a lot of freaking things like that. I like the freaking conversation when it comes to their the head of their freaking mosque. I don't know what to call that guy, but the way he was said it is like good isn't like what defines a freaking person. It's what they do. uh Good isn't like what you are, it's what you do, right? Like that's really freaking good to be able to like understand this freaking situation and what diversification is. It's really good to be able to like that by that freaking line already we get to be able to discuss a lot of freaking things and be able to like see a lot of freaking things when it comes to freaking Kamala. She's like although it's not very obvious or not obvious although it's not very on the surface level that you would be able to like see these kinds of freaking things that she also has like selfish freaking acts or like things like that when it comes to her actions. There are like crazy ass freaking things about it too, right? Especially when it comes to Kamran. um it doesn't mean that she is all automatically good for it, right? And that it feels selfish when it comes to sometimes other ways where especially a guy who is like into freaking Bruno, who's like I see freaking Bruno and I'll be able to say yeah that's my freaking guy, and who's like charioting or championing freaking Bruno in this freaking situation or in this love quadrangle, if you add the addition of Red Dagger, right? Yeah, it seems very nice how they were able to like do these freaking kinds of things and seeing it when the genders are freaking flipped. Like experiencing is when the genders are freaking flipped. I don't watch a lot of freaking. I don't watch a lot of freaking weights. A lot of freaking shows that are targeted towards freaking girls at this freaking age, towards teenage freaking girls, and sometimes romance is what is like is what they use to be able to target freaking girls at this freaking age, what it's like to be 16, I guess. Really into freaking romance when it comes to girls. I don't know. And there's like this romance freaking thing and how they were able to like carry it as a freaking male viewer. I like how they were able to like represent the freaking dudes in this freaking situation, man. I say diversification, yes. Add more, add more dudes like this in freaking situations when it comes to how they freaking handle the freaking romance in this one. Yes, the Kamala being the center of attention from three freaking guys. Yes, please. Yeah, more of that kind of like writing when it comes to these freaking guys, right? That are they are it doesn't feel like they are just a bunch of freaking meatheads, bumping their heads at each other, and it's written in a way that there aren't testosterone freaking filled. If it was like written much more akin to what I know, how it's gonna be like. Bruno and Kamran would have been a fight between Bruno and Kamran for the hand of freaking Kamala. Okay, that would have been my expectation of how things were gonna be able to be fucking wrong and bad. But this time around, it's just very simple to be able to see it like that because they are both freaking dudes and be able to like have this thing towards them, right? Have this thing which you call freaking friendship. And when things are that, like 16, what's it like to be 16? You can handle complex freaking emotions. That at the age of like that, complex freaking emotions and complex freaking characters, you can understand and you can probably model your freaking personality too as to how things have gone by, right? To not see things as simple as it how it used to be, and it seems nice uh, the way they portrayed these 16-year-olds, these freaking teenagers. It's so freaking cool the way they were able to like show Zoe as like a content freaking creator. The best, probably, probably one of the best freaking ways to be able to like yeah, probably one of the best interpretations or like uh, one of the best representations of a content creator in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or like somebody in the younger freaking ages, because everybody wants to do that freaking kind of thing, like Slot Baby Productions. You can see that freaking kinds of like production quality from Kamala Khan for her freaking videos. That would be freaking cool. And Zoe and all those freaking things, right? How they able to like say using their freaking messaging and all those freaking things. Like somehow when it comes to this freaking movie, there is that freaking kind of discussion when it comes to it. And let's just like head on straight to it today. I just head on straight to it, like blind, and I don't know what I'm doing. I should have like freaking notes toward these kinds of freaking things because doing it freaking blind, I might stumble and like say freaking things that people don't might not freaking like, and doesn't feel freaking clear for me to be able to like say those freaking things. But I like it. I like what they did here, but I cannot pinpoint how they freaking like how exactly they were able to like do it, or what exactly they did that I liked. Right? I know that this freaking part I like how they were able to portray this freaking part, but I can't say exactly why. Um, yeah, I can't say exactly why, but I need to like focus more on like probably think more about it and be able to like say more things about it. Yeah, it does feel like an accurate representation. Now, accurate representation, it feels like an adequate, not accurate, but adequate. Adequate representation of what it's like to live. What's it like to be 16 years old, coming from 16 years old immigrant, and like all those freaking things that people like people like to have more. People want to have more when it comes to freaking Hollywood and Disney. And yeah, and it's nice to be able to see that. Okay, and it's back to us with Bon Jovi. Let's just talk about the Bon Jovi freaking soundtrack. I love what they did in this freaking situation, and how they were able to like fight through it. I really like it. Uh, I really like it. The background animations were really freaking good. Like background animations, the way they were like when they are in their background, like episode freaking one, where they're like talking about variants, Captain Marvel variants, and what should she able to like cosplay and all those freaking things. It seems freaking nice. I like it. The diversification in this situation is just really freaking good. It's just so good that they were able to like do that towards them. It's like adequate enough. We don't need freaking perfect. We just need let's just start with something that is good, but not exactly, and then work to perfection, right? But sometimes you have to go all out. Sometimes when it comes to like starting this, and it's like really good representation in it. But there are like freaking stupid things, shoes inside the freaking thing, inside the mosque. That is crazy. Because I know what it's like to have like sacred freaking ground, okay, where no shoes are be able to like do that, and to add freaking religious aspects towards like shoes being a method of freaking cleanliness towards it. It's much more crazier, okay? The story in itself is well contained, even though there's so much freaking happening. There's so much that they've added towards this freaking character, but the story is well contained towards the greater freaking things when it comes to the MCU. There's so much writing possibilities afterwards that they've done and made towards that they have created for that have created for freaking Kamala Khan. Whatever it is that they're trying to do towards her, there's just so many things, so many avenues that they could possibly do towards her, because it's just well contained. The story is well contained in itself to create those freaking possibilities, right? It did not create so much attachment towards one aspect of the freaking government, or one aspect of the government, or like one faction when it comes to the MCU, as to her mutant abilities, or like Inhumans, or whatever it is that is going on. It's just well contained towards her. Like we only get freaking mutants like at the very freaking end. At the very freaking end, towards her freaking DNA, how she was able to wield these freaking powers, because uh she has a freaking mutation, and probably that mutation was amplified by the bracelet or the bangle. But the thing about the bangle and the freaking, they have the same freaking powers. Why do they have the same freaking powers as uh Kamran? Alright, it seems that the ship towards Kamran is really fucking crazy, because we need freaking season 2 to be able to like see Bruno freaking really realize it, and be able to like actually say his freaking feelings towards her. Because god freaking damn it, man, like Kamran got freaking holding hands and close to freaking kissing, and then Bruno got freaking punched in the face afterwards. Oh, Bruno got a car though. Bruno got a car. Bruno got a car, and that Bruno got a car. We like that. We like that. Bruno had a freaking car. Like Kamran gave his freaking car towards towards Bruno. Red Dagger guy, just a friend. There's no way. We're adding more. We're adding the Red Dagger guy. Let's just keep it a love freaking triangle for now. Yeah, let's not make it a quadrangle. Let's not make it a harem. Probably let's reverse harem this shit, man. Like add more freaking guys towards it. That would be like very fun. Uh, yeah. Um, Background animations were like so good. Hard light as a new freaking power towards her, but somehow still respecting its source material. Like adding something. This is why it's so freaking good. It added so much new stuff towards freaking Kamal Khan. They freaking revamped her. Like they like subverted a lot of freaking things when it comes to freaking Kamala Khan, and still feels like it's true to the freaking character or to the source material. That is what we want, right? That is what we love when it comes to this freaking situation. You're able to like change your freaking powers a bit to be able to like fit the kind of freaking world that you're freaking building, right? To fit it in the world that you're building, to not make it very ridiculous, because somehow elastic freaking powers is very freaking ridiculous. Probably not because it's ridiculous, that's why they cancel it. They're making it much more cosmic, much more akin to my to Captain freaking Marvel, like to be aligned as to the Captain Marvel freaking thing, like a lot of freaking OPness to it. OPness, yes, yes, yes. Yes, OPness. Oh my god, I keep saying penis. Yeah. That's freaking Miss Marvel and the power of freaking cosmic. I think it's like a cosmic freaking powers. It's probably attached to like freaking. There's so many freaking avenues, right? You can like put her with freaking Shang Chi, and they'll be able to like have a freaking relation or connection or relation towards each other because of the bangles and the 10 rings. And the bangles are supposed to be freaking two, so she needs to find the other freaking pair. Uh, there's incursions that should freaking happen in this situation. Probably an incursion when it comes to like two universes clashing towards each other, as to what they did with the other Jin, right? That's incursions. Mutants, mutations, X-Men in this situation, like Captain Marvel, of course, when it comes to like the fanhood, when it comes to Captain Marvel. What else? New York. Anybody near freaking New York, like new freaking Avengers, like young freaking Avengers, like Kate freaking Bishop, like add her into the freaking mix, right? Magic. Magic in this situation, what they freaking do is freaking akin to freaking magic near freaking magic freaking stuff. Probably America freaking Chavez included in this situation. Like when it comes to like kids that are new here, we have those freaking thing. Like, is do we still consider? No, Spider Man is no longer a fucking kid. It's probably on an adult freaking section, right? But there it can be there to be able to like it's like crossing or bridging the gap between the age freaking gap in this situation. When it comes to our freaking age group, what do we know? When it comes to our freaking age group, what do we know more about her and who should be working with? Like Kate Bishop, America Chavez. Like so far right now, at this freaking stage, there we have freaking three, right? So like there's so many avenues in so many places. That's how you freaking supposed to be able to end freaking things. Like not make it hard for the other people to like coming along. It feels so freaking good. It feels so freaking good. I think this is like a great freaking addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A great addition, a character being added to the Marvel Cinematic Universe that doesn't feel hard to be able to add in it. She fits into the freaking world as she was like added into it. Uh, she brings in diversification and a lot of freaking things that are like different. But like, yeah, I kind of really like Miss Marvel now. I like Miss Marvel now. The way she adds a lot of freaking things, yet doesn't feel like heavy, because like the way she adds a lot of freaking things opens up a lot of freaking. She feels like a great freaking place to be able to like write a lot of freaking stuff. That's how they were able to introduce Miss Marvel. I wish they would be able to like do this with a lot of freaking characters uh, from this point onwards. But hey, what do we know, right? Oh, Shuri would be nice, right? She's under the same freaking age, probably 20s. How old is freaking Shuri? Yeah, those freaking stuff. Anything else that I would like to freaking add? Bon Jovi, well contained mutants. The way that the needle drop and shit, where there was like mutation and it was like yes, please. Oh, any kind of freaking situation. I like. Let's just drop some freaking lines that I freaking love about it. The lines from her freaking grandma when she said, I have roots in India, but I am Pakistani. What the fuck am I supposed to be? Like, I haven't like figured out what I am. Like, answer those freaking things, right? Because like, what's it like to be 16? Like those freaking kinds of things, those freaking kinds of questions. Like, have you figured out like who you want to be and who you want to become when you were like 16 years old? I don't freaking know. Like, who I am fucking 30 and I don't even know what I want. I really, really want to become. But I'm like liking what I'm doing right now and like I'm liking what I'm building up to be and what I'm trying to become, right? Yeah, those are the things that freaking matter. Like, somehow you be able to like add these freaking things. It just takes me freaking back, man. I love this freaking kinds of freaking ways to be able to like it feels like it takes me back to when I was that freaking age and I was like asking these kinds of freaking questions, and it's just like it makes me freaking happy to be able to like see that even until now for younger freaking generations or younger freaking people, they still ask the same freaking questions and they're still going to the same freaking thing. It doesn't seem like a very difficult kind of freaking way, or it doesn't seem like a very hard one to be able to a very hard one or very rare situation or things to ask about yourself, right? Like those are like really really good ass freaking ways. Good. It's really good. It's really good how they were able to like do it and how they were able to like say those freaking things, and I love it. All right, let me drink for a bit for this. Yeah. I I've drank. One more that I need to be able to like say in this situation. In this freaking what more do I need to say? Let's wait a little bit more. Hard light looks great. Hard light, yeah, the way they were able to like say hard light. It's like a light. It's made of light, but it's hard. Hard light. Okay. About how they were able to like do her freaking powers, that is so freaking good. How she was able to like learn those, because it's great. They've written her so freaking well. It's she's not very OP. She's a person who who got her freaking powers and like trained to be able to use her powers and not just let her powers take over and like completely carry this entire situation. She freaking trained for it. She did a lot of freaking things, and yeah, I like hard light the way the way it's just a bunch of freaking crystals like coming out of freaking nowhere and being able to like physically interact with it. That is some good freaking stuff. And anything else? Mm, yeah, Bon Jovi. I came into this freaking thing, didn't expect much. I was like, oh yeah, freaking didn't expect much, only to be blown away by how good it is. Because it's just really good, man. And don't I've learned that you don't go to a mosque if you're trying to hide, especially in America. Do not go to mosque if you're seeking shelter. If you're seeking shelter and freaking help. If you're running from the government, do not go into the mosque. Do not go into a mosque. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. Coming in and yeah. Alright, let's just go with things I didn't like. Things I didn't like when it comes to Miss Marvel, Dodsey. Department of Damage Control. Could we like have like a different agency like be able to do like probably AIM? Wait, what's AIM? No, AIM was fucking destroyed. AIM AIM was fucking destroyed when it comes to Marvel. Iron Man 3? Was it AIM? They did AIM. How about Sword? No, when it comes to Sword it's too much. When it comes to AIM is much more of a like an evil freaking organization. There are like a lot of freaking organizations. Like let's just alright. These survival comics teams and organizations. Okay, let's go here. Three. Oh my god, it's a lot. Category organizations. Let's just go here. Avengers, Orchis, Weapon X, Weapon Plus, Hand. How about Hand? Oh, the Hand is like in Hell Hellfire Club. Forgot about Hellfire Club. Guide Council of Krakoa, Clan Akaba. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay, Advanced Idea Mechanics. AIM. Has the AIM been like disbanded or something? Like just use AIM. But damage control is nice too. Like it completely like says that all these organizations that they have like created it's like freaking Shield where they have like crazy ass freaking people inside it too that are like working for their own self or for their own self freaking gain and like completely unfreaking reasonable as to why they are like doing this freaking shit. Sometimes it is like that, right? That freaking lady is just a racist piece of shit. Yeah, that completely profiled, completely racially profiled the freaking person who freaking done it. And the way that the Department of Damage Control was like portraying that this person tried to kill freaking Zoe. Oh, that is crazy. All right, Zoe as a freaking representation is like really freaking good. Yeah, it just shows what it's like to be 16 in this freaking situation, right? What it's like to be 16, like having like when you're 16 and then you have like a freaking classmate that freaking blew up and went freaking viral when it comes to whatever it is that they're doing, and then like they're doing social media now or like doing content creation or streaming and all those freaking things, and you're like, wow, this person is freaking famous, micro freaking the rise of freaking micro celebrities, which is akin to freaking superheroes sometimes when they just with this like fame that you were able to do and you have the wielding a certain kind of power with your freaking voice because the way you were able to like influence a lot of freaking people. I can still fucking say that they are like freaking influencers because they do freaking influence in that freaking definition. They do still freaking influence on what they freaking do, no matter whatever it is that they do, they influence the people that are watching towards them. And yeah, it's crazy, and that influence is freaking power. And whatever it is that I do is something like that, right? Yeah, like a superhero and a content creator doesn't seem to be able to like be much of a freaking difference. It used to be back then. It used to be hard to be able to like see these kinds of freaking people, but these days it's just a normal freaking thing. You can be able to like see somebody in the next freaking block wherever you freaking live. Like wherever in your locality you have like in each freaking locality you have like freaking content creators like popping up from every freaking locale. There's at least one from every locale, there is at least one who's trying to become a content freaking creator. I like when it comes to these freaking things. What is just a statistic when it comes to freaking children and all those freaking things? I'm trying to say this because this is what I'm doing right now, and this is what we do. Right, we're on the space when it comes to content creation and a new freaking kinds of freaking things, a new freaking heroes that we look up to, new freaking people that we able to see, and this is like a take on that. It feels like it's a take on that and relation towards it, right? And what it is that they're trying to do. So it is like it does feel like you're trying to become a superhero in a way because especially when it comes to you add the VTuber aspect to it to when it comes to breaking secret identities. There's like a culture when it comes to secret identities, but other people don't like hide their freaking identities and all those freaking things, right? There are certain things like that. You have freaking power. You're freaking famous. Wherever you go, everybody freaking adores you. But you have this freaking responsibility, this social freaking responsibility to whatever it is that you do on freaking stream. That's why you are uphold to a higher freaking moral standard because of what you are and what you have become. You are being upheld to a higher freaking moral standard because the things that you do sometimes freaking help freaking people most of the freaking time. And yeah, and then helping those freaking things, the moralities of like freaking people or the lines of what it is that you can and cannot do adheres to your freaking brand or to who you are. And sometimes it's kind of crazy that it's like that. And sometimes it is not just a freaking brand, it is a freaking voice. You're amplifying freaking voices when you put people into your platform. You're saying whatever it is that it's saying. Sometimes it is like that, right? Yeah, I like that they did this in this situation when it comes to who's that? Oh, I don't know her name. Bruno and oh my god, no! Let's just go Miss Marvel cast. Uh, what the fuck? Bruno Carelli, Kamala's best friend, Kamala's school friend, Zoe, Kamala's mother, a supporting character. What? Wait, let's just go here. I need to see the freaking picture. What is her name? Adil Bilali. And there is a freaking music that is just yeah. Muniba. Who's Nakia? Wait. Oh, this is Nakia. Okay, was it Nakia? Okay, it's Nakia, right? No way, it's Muniba. Who the fuck is Muniba? That's the mother. Yeah, the mother. Okay, Nakia. Nakia is freaking good. Nakia and freaking Zoe. I know that they fixed it when it comes to like the yeah. Needs more Zoe. No, it doesn't need more freaking Zoe because it's very hard to be able to like write something freaking new and to completely write somebody who's an entire representation of the entire freaking culture, right? The entire freaking culture of content creation towards these days is just very, very hard to be able to like write into one freaking character, especially a side freaking character. It's already hard to be able to like represent an entire culture, an entire freaking people in just freaking the main character itself, which is like Kamala Khan, whatever it is that they're freaking doing, because you have to like establish a freaking world where it's like this. This is a world where it is similar to these freaking people, right? And yeah, it's kind of hard to be able like you have to establish a freaking world and to be able to like say all those freaking things when it comes making her freaking unique into herself while still be able to like be relatable in so many other freaking other ways. And sometimes you had to also not go too far or not go too freaking native sometimes when it comes to these freaking things, because it must be still be palatable by freaking a lot of freaking people outside of the freaking circle, and not just for that just for you people. It's not. That's not for. Oh my god! I said you people. Not just. It's not just for us, right? It's not just for for the people they're representing. Sometimes, because that is just way too freaking selfish. Because the ones who gave you a freaking platform, or the ones who gave you a freaking chance to be able to like say or tell the story of your freaking culture, and they need to be able to understand the story of their freaking culture. They need to be able to relate to the story of freaking culture. It's not just because they need to be in everything and everywhere, and to be in everything. It doesn't mean to be able to like say that they are superior in every kind of freaking way, but they need to be able to understand that we are including you. We are trying to be inclusive when it comes to these freaking things. Please be inclusive also when it comes to the other way around, right? Yeah. Well, sometimes it is like, but sometimes we'll be able to like say probably that's just being how do I say this? Call it being kind, right? Being kind to each other, because you don't actually run run in some ways that people like are like setting these freaking things when it comes to diversification, right? I don't think we want to be able to like. I don't think anybody wants to be portrayed as a freaking bad guy, especially when they're trying to do the right thing. Even though sometimes when they are wrong, but like when they're trying to do the freaking right thing, it does still be able to like say those freaking kinds of freaking messaging. But yeah. Anyways, we need more Nakia. We needs more freaking Nakia and stuff. Needs more Nakia. Dodsy, Department of Damage Control. The full that fucking bitch is just trying to be a bitch the entire freaking time. Um, Anything else that I didn't like in this situation? Red Dagger should have like had a better freaking costume, but the portrayal of freaking Red Dagger in this situation, like probably, probably gonna say it. It's adequate. It's adequate. No freaking fancy freaking things. Costume. Oh, like uh, you know, yeah. Like, what's it like to be freaking 16? Keeping secrets from your freaking family and not including them when they can fucking actually help so freaking much as to what you could be, what you could be freaking become. Probably it's something like that. Right? What's it like to be 16? Sometimes it is like it reaches all freaking ages that you need to let some people in, or like need to be let a lot of people into what you are into. Uh, because that fucking costume that her mother freaking made, which is amazing. It looks way freaking better than her Captain Marvel freaking costume. Okay, looks better than the Captain Marvel freaking costume. Just let freaking people in into your freaking life. Especially if they're your freaking family. What is this? Oh, what is that? Oh, it's. I know that. There. Things I didn't like. Department of Damage Control. I didn't like Bruno didn't get a moment like holding hands. Fuck this shit. Like Bruno didn't get a moment like holding hands. Yeah, fuck this shit. She did. But there were like heartfelt freaking conversations and like back and forth between her and freaking him and freaking Kamala. But that's just it. Like Kamran had fucking holding hands, man. There's nothing else freaking. Uh, what else I didn't like when it comes to this freaking movie? What I didn't like in the show needs more. Uh, the I learned about the partition. I didn't know much about that when it comes to the freaking movie, but I learned about the partition that you divide a freaking nation just for their religion, and that is insane. That is insane when it comes to freaking people. When it comes to liberals, but to a bunch of freaking liberals, that is insane, right? Like for the sake of freaking religion, you divide the fucking nation and be able to like say this is gonna be where you're gonna be able to live now, from now on, and this is where we're gonna live, and we're gonna be able to like separate each other. We're able to divide us because we are not gonna be able to the same. We're not gonna be able to coexist because we have different freaking religion. This is our religion's freaking land, and that is your religion's freaking land, and that's where you live, and this is where we live. That kind of concept is fucking what the fuck. What the fuck kind of freaking thing, but it is it's kind of like that too where I live. When it comes to Philippines, when it comes to you, the further you go south, the more Muslim you become. The more Muslim people are, and the more you and the southern freaking parts of the freaking country, you get more Muslims, and then the northern freaking part you get more freaking evangelical freaking Christians. And evangelical Christians are like Christians. Evangelical Christians, Christians because we got Roman Catholics too. Yeah, but we didn't get to separate as a freaking nation. We still wanted to become one, even though a lot of freaking representation when it comes to the freaking Congress. It's just like crazy, that's insane. Like somehow when it comes to New Zealand, you'll be able to like see indigenous people having representation in there. Meanwhile, meanwhile, when it comes to the freaking Philippines, indigenous people are considered as terrorists. No, sometimes they consider them as terrorists when, especially when they're fighting for their ancestral freaking land. Anyways, uh, mm, Bruno didn't get a moment like holding hands. Yeah, fuck that shit. Anyway, anything else that I didn't freaking like? I didn't. I didn't like that there weren't enough freaking things to like when it comes to commentary when it comes to that, right? No Captain Marvel cameo, not even Monica Rambeau. Not even Monica Rambeau. That would be crazy as insane if you put Monica Rambeau in a lot of freaking shows, man. Like somehow when it comes to establishing like a character for the bigger freaking screen, you wrap them up through a bunch of freaking shows, about throughout the entire freaking TV freaking series, and it's just like throughout your freaking TV freaking shows, like somehow Monica Rambeau is like intertwined in everything else because she is like an agent of fucking Sword. Was it Sword? Yes, because that's just the agency of everything else. Yes, Sword. See, just have Sword in that freaking. Just have Sword in everything else, man. And like have Monica Rambeau like completely like travel to a lot of freaking things and be able to like say, "Oh, this is freaking shit. Oh, this is this," or like have like two freaking characters that are like to be able to intertwine these freaking young Avengers or like new freaking Avengers. That would have been freaking nice to have like Monica freaking Rambeau rather than Department of Damage Control. Like have fucking Sword in it. I don't even know why Department of Damage Control is like doing shit in here. But that is just in freaking hindsight. Nobody could like, but having Monica Rambeau in there, like there, it cuts off the fucking much the fucking freedom, or the fucking open blank freaking space that the opportunities that Miss Marvel could do, right? The opportunities that Miss Marvel could be able to have when it comes to like future freaking stuff. If you had Monica Rambeau, probably not gonna work. Anyways, no Captain Marvel cameo because Captain Marvel freaking sucks, didn't do well in the box office, so who freaking cares? Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. That's about it. Yeah. That's the entire freaking thing. I have nothing else to talk about. Uh, yeah, I've talked about it, and I'm probably gonna be able to like hurt hurt myself by doing this, by talking about it like this. I'm glad I have like zero freaking viewers. Oh, there's one now. Yeah. No, no goddamn Marvel cameo. Bye bye. After an hour into this freaking thing. Yeah, that's about everything else that I'll be able to talk about. Thank you so much for coming by. And thank you so much for listening to the entire freaking shit. Treat this as like I don't know, sloppy freaking homework, like somebody who just read the material for like one freaking pass, and that's all they freaking get, and be able to like somehow create a freaking entire essay based on the entire freaking first pass, just for freaking pass, which is kind of freaking lazy, and there's gonna be a lot of freaking wrong freaking things about it, which is kind of one that makes it like freaking better because it creates like an entire freaking conversation about it, or like entire discussion when it comes to this. When it comes to the wrongness of freaking things that I've ever said in this freaking thing, I know I'm gonna be wrong in a lot of freaking things in this situation. Yeah, and it's extremely freaking polarizing. I hope I wasn't sexist or racist or whatever it is that people tell a lot of freaking shit. I wasn't. I don't think that was too freaking racist. Yeah. Anyways, bye bye. Bye bye. That's the entire freaking stream. That's Miss Marvel. Next one coming up, Thor: Love and Thunder. Holy freaking shit, Thor: Love and Thunder. That is a mess.